Today, Team Darkido, the Burger Barn is coming back to Brookhaven. And make sure to stay until the end, because I'll even show you that it still exists today in Brookhaven. And Team Darkito, you probably know that right now the Burger Barn no longer exists, and it has been replaced by a restaurant. And it became a chicken restaurant, which means the Burger Barn has completely disappeared from Brookhaven. And even today, it's impossible to get a burger unless you go into the inventory and get the tray with the burger. Because there are no more restaurants that serve burgers and fries. By the way, if you go into the manager's office, you can see the first Burger Barn was here. Then it became the Brook Diner. And after that, it was the Burger Barn that you all knew. And for those who don't remember, let's go back a little bit. I'm going to show you what the Burger Barn looked like. And look at what it looked like before the Burger Barn. Yes, this is the very first version of the Burger Barn in Brookhaven. It was right here in place of the mall, and it looked like this. This restaurant was really beautiful. However, it's true that it was super big, but it didn't have a lot of seating. Honestly, it only had 3 tables to eat at. That's really not much, even though it's really huge. But what was really huge was the kitchen. Look at the size of the kitchen. And we also had the manager's office right here. Here with employee files. And we even had a secret too. Look, we have a secret spot. You can go through right here. By the way, that also refers to the secret we have today in Brookhaven. You can go through the roof. So yes, you could also go through the roof before, but also even today. And that's really cool. Except today, it's not Burger Barn at all anymore. Today, it's a chicken restaurant. By the way, I think it looks a lot like the chicken restaurant we have today. And that was the very first version we had in 2020 in Brookhaven. But well, maybe it's not the Burger Barn you remember. You probably remember the Burger Barn I'm going to show you. But in the meantime, look, it had become the Brook Diner. And yes, this tiny building where you could, of course, eat chicken. And yes, look, the chicken is right here. Here, guys, this was simply where you handed out the orders at the drive-thru. So it was right here. So this restaurant was really small. And look, we had 3 tables right here. And a 4th one outside. You could eat outside, right there. It was really nice. Anyway, I really like this Brook dinner. There was also a room here. And that was simply the restroom. So, the restroom was right there. Honestly, it was a really small restaurant. But I really love this little restaurant, the Brook Dinner. But I don't know if it will come back. Honestly, I don't think it will ever come back to Brookhaven. There's no clue. There's nothing left of the Brook Dinner at all. So here we have the drive-thru. And honestly, it was really tiny. And look at what Brookhaven used to look like. It's really very different from today. But I already miss it. On top of that, it was open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you wanted a burger, you just had to go to the Brookhaven Mall to get a burger directly at Happy Burger. So before it was called Happy Burger, before it was called Burger Barn, and there, you could simply take the tray, right here with the burger and fries, and the drink. And in the back, of course, there was the kitchen to make our own burgers, and also our own fries. And to eat, there was only one table, which was right here. And it was the only place where you could eat a burger in Brookhaven before the official arrival of the Burger Barn. And you'll see right away, it was really beautiful. And yes, you probably remember this Burger Barn, and it was really magnificent. Honestly, I think this Burger Barn is really beautiful. So yes, it might come back. I'll explain to you why it might come back. Anyway, guys, I really like the Burger Barn. It's really one of my favorite places in Brookhaven. Here, you could make fries. Here you could make... What's happening? The bug I have is really weird. No, I don't have the sauce on the fries. It's really super weird. And not on the burger either. What's happening is really weird. And here, of course, we had the manager's office. And honestly, I already missed this Burger Barn. Look, this was for the drive-thru, so we could place our orders directly. And we had the restrooms right here. Well, it's not very interesting to show you this. I don't know why I'm showing you. And look here, we had several tables. We had 4 tables inside for eating. And another one here, which is just a small counter. Here, you could help yourself to drinks directly. And also, look at the drinks. They were real drinks like we have in real life, like Coca-Cola or Sprite. And outside, we had a table to eat in front of the restaurant. So that was the Burger Barn that everyone knew. And honestly, guys, I hope it will come back. I'll explain why. But did you know that some buildings in your caverns can be changed? Like here, for example, at the taco restaurant. You just have to press here to turn it into a laundromat. Well, honestly, this has nothing to do with a taco restaurant. And it's the same with the small building next to it. Here, it's a restaurant called Le Brick. And you can change it into a museum, for example. So there you can do it. And that's really cool. And it's not impossible that one day inside the restaurant, there will be a secret button to simply change the restaurant and to turn it into Burger Barn. But it would still be the same structure. It would just be the theme of the restaurant that changes. Here, it would be the chicken restaurant. But it could also become, for example, a restaurant with Asian food. Or, for example, a pizza restaurant. Or a burger place. And that would be really great. The structure would stay the same, but we could simply change the theme of the restaurant. Kind of like what we do with some buildings in Brookhaven. That's already the case with the restaurant you can select here. And here, it's simply still a Christmas building. I don't know why they haven't updated that. Christmas was a really long time ago now. And here, for example, you can change it to a pizzeria. Look, now it becomes a pizzeria. And the structure always stays the same. Or, for example, a bakery. It's simply a bakery here. There you go. But the structure stays the same. And it's totally possible that the restaurant we got not long ago in Brookhaven could turn into Burger Barn. And that makes total sense. Because look in the inventory. They still left the burger. So we have the tray. We have the to-go burger, but we also have the burger right here. And all of that is still in the inventory. No restaurant sells them anymore, unless Burger Barn is still around. I'll show you now, but first, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And that you liked the video. That way, I'll offer you... Actually, no. I won't offer you a burger. I'm just going to eat it myself. And Burger Barn still exists, so you just have to go and claim a property. And now, select the football stadium. And now, inside the football stadium, Burger Barn still exists. Come with me, I'll show you something. So on this side, you'll simply have several stands. Here, you have the merch. And here you have a pizza restaurant. So this is Mo Pizza, the same as the one in the mall. Look, here it's Mo Pizza too. And on the other side, look what we have. So here we have snacks. But most importantly, we have the Burger Barn right here. And it still exists, and it's right here. But you don't have a tray, and that's why I think the Burger Barn will be back very soon. Once again in Brookhaven. Because here you don't have the burger tray. You just have the burger that's being prepared. You can't even select one, or even pick one up. So that's why I really think the Burger Barn will really be back. Because here it still says Burger Barn. Even if we can't just pick up 2 burgers, it's impossible. We can't click anywhere. It won't give us a burger. So that's why the Burger Barn will soon reappear in Brookhaven. Anyway, Team Darkito, if you agree with me, let me know in the comments. And if you don't agree with me, well, let me know too. And above all, don't hesitate to like, and to subscribe, and to watch other videos.
Oh.